Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Furman. In this video, we will be talking about local resting action potential. As the graph line begins, it represents an axis at rest of negative 70 MV. In other words, resting potential is the electrical condition of an neuron when it's not active. As we learned in lecture, there is always more sodium outside of a cell and more potassium inside of a cell. So in my drawing, I use orange beads to represent the sodium and pink beads to represent the potassium. As we said, there will always be more sodium outside of a cell and more potassium inside of a cell. The plasma membrane is polarized at rest, and the sodium and potassium gates are in a closed position, and this is representing the resting membrane potential. In step number 2, the action potential begins. The sodium gate is open and we see sodium ions diffusing. Sodium ions diffuse through it from the ECF to the ICF. So we can see here that our sodium ions are diffusing from the ECF to the ICF. In a short amount of time, the graph starts to reach the local potential, reaching the axis when the graph line reaches the value on the graph of negative 55 MV. Threshold potential and action potential occurs, and the graph line ascends over a short amount of time. And this is how we know that depolarization has begun. The graph shows the value of the current in the ICF begins to ascend from negative 70 MV towards positive 35 MV as the membrane depolarizes. In step number 3, the sodium gate is closed and the potassium gate is fully opened. We see potassium ions in the ICF diffuse through the gate. And as we know, potassium leaves the cell by facilitated diffusion, and also potassium leaves more rapidly than sodium enters the cell. So we can see here that depolarization has ended and repolarization begins. The graph shows the ICF current descending back into the negative values towards the negative 70 MV as the membrane repolarizes. Finally, sodium gates have closed and potassium gates are starting to be closing as well. The potassium gate closes, the membrane has achieved a polarized state again, and the resting membrane potential has been reestablished until steadily reaching the negative 70 MV again and taking a small amount of time of recovery. So in a quick resume, we can say that when we are negative 70 MV, we are resting membrane potential. Once it starts at negative MV, we are getting into a threshold potential. After that, depolarization begins, going up to our peak potential, that's the 35 MVs. And then after that, repolarization starts descending. And when we come back here again into the negative 70 MV, it's a recovery time and the whole cycle starts again. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something about this subject and have a great day.